At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
Joining me now is Paddy Flood, the assistant manager at St Eunan's, both senior and junior. Talk to me, Paddy. A massive week for the club. 2 finals. A sign of real progress at Hurling at your club.
Absolutely. I mean, to be in the, as you said, the 2 out of 3 is just, for us, it's just a dream come true. Now, it's only a dream come true, obviously, if we come out the right side of them. But at this point, that's all we had hoped for from the start of the year. And I suppose the outstanding feature for us this year has been the number of lads we've had out regular training. The competition for places has really pushed everybody on. The 2 squads trained together, which I think has massively worked for both sides. It's clearly brought the intermediate side on and the quality of their play. And we saw that in the semi-final here and last Friday. But also I think the seniors have benefited hugely. It's hard to beat when you're out with 30 players training and you can do all sorts of things. And there'll be a lot of guys on the intermediate squad who have been past recent senior championship players. A lot of guys who feel they should be on the senior championship squad, and that's the way it's difficult in some ways. You know, guys who are training, putting such an effort in, but it's the way you really want things to be. Well, it's a huge lift. Like our senior manager this year is Chris McCauley from Ballycastle, and Eugene Organ, who was our manager in 2021, he's his assistant along with myself, and Ewan O'Donnell is the intermediate manager. And they all made a decision early on in the year. They were keeping everyone together, and as I said, it's been massively beneficial to us. And yeah, look, it was our hope that no matter who we got against in the final, we just wanted to get there. That's all we could worry about. And we had a lot of, in the early stage of the senior round robin, our first match was against Setanta over the cross. Anybody who was there will remember it was just the most wonderful game of championship hurling. And people might say, well, teams were kind of not showing their full hand. I can tell you, it was fairly full hand from what we can see on both sides. In fairness, in the McCool's game, as I say to people, the first 15 minutes were extremely tight, and we were very, very uncomfortable, and they really brought it. But the second quarter, now we put on a great display, and they're a young team, and I suppose it made it difficult for them after that. But we got a proper championship test as we were expecting early on in the game. And we all know McCool's are the train that's coming. They're the big team with their underage, and they're going to be so strong over the next while. It's just Setanta, yes, had a tighter semi-final. They always had Burt to a certain extent at arm's length, but you know they never could shake them off. And you always know with Burt anyway, they were the county champions. They weren't going to give up their title to anybody easily. Yeah, we have a nice balance, I think, in the age. I was just looking at putting together, stuff for the program, and we're probably in a very nice balance of age. And the core of our team is that kind of mid-20s, but which means it's kind of time to deliver, I suppose. And what I think a good feature of the team this year is we haven't been dependent on any one player. Like Cahill clearly has been outstanding. He's been consistently scoring highly. But like he can do that only because people are doing the work along with him now. He does the work himself as well. It's been very good, I think. The spread of scores and the spread of just people performing well. Yeah, well, I suppose.
Welcome back here to the O'Donnell Park as we get set for game number 3 on finals day. This is the showcase of the hurling talent, of course, in the county, and so far today Letterkenny Gaels and the intermediate St Eunan's team have taken wins in the respective junior and intermediate deciders, but now it's the turn of the big one. It's Setanta up against St Eunan's. Both of these teams, of course, have lifted the winners' trophy in recent years. We look at St Eunan's, of course, who were winners for the first time since 1972 in 2021, where they beat Setanta on that occasion. Setanta then won the next two in 22 and 23, but Burt put a halt to 3 in a row last year in 2024. So both Setanta and St Eunan's looking to get their hands back on the cup, and we'll find out very, very soon in the next hour and a half who that will be. Once again, on commentary for this game is Donegal Senior Manager Mickey McCann. I suppose, Mickey, I know we've been talking beforehand, and you're the boss of the senior hurlers. Listen, you're going to go at it for another year, so you're going to remain in the position, but it's very early days yet as to you putting your plans in place.
Yeah, I suppose first we sat down maybe with Mary and them last week and putting our plans in place for next year, and we sat down. But last year overall, we had a couple of disappointing days, but actually to stay in the Christy Ring status and compete in that Division 2 the way we did, we're fairly happy the way things are going. And you've 85% of our panel from 3 clubs, where you've likes of Meath and Kerry teams that we're playing against 16 or 20 clubs in the county. So I think we're pushing well and competing well considering what we're picking from. And look, we'll just try and move things forward again. Okay, I know we'll be talking more about it in the coming weeks when you put your stall in place and you're able to look at players and how things that you hope will pan out for the year ahead in 2026. But our focus today, Mickey, is of course this St Eunan's and Setanta fixture. Before we look at the teams and the lineups, what sort of clash are you expecting here between these two today? I suppose for the first time, I think since maybe 2017, Setanta are going on underdogs. You take it 2 years ago, they're Ulster Intermediate champions, and now they lost out to Burt last year, and rightly so. Eunan's this year seem to be the on-form team, but Setanta will love going on as underdogs for a change, and feel that maybe some boys are saying Eunan's are going to win this, but I think it's a real 50-50 encounter, and Eunan's have loads of legs, definitely in that area, could maybe hurt Setanta, but you can't look past the experience of that Setanta team and the firepower they have up front. And look, I think the lineouts are maybe all over the place. If they happen to land Jared Gilmore inside along with Oisin or along with Josh and Rory Campbell, it's going to ask serious questions of Eunan's defence. But at the same time, Eunan's forward line have been scoring very heavily, Oisin, and through the group stages they were maybe plus 30 ahead of Setanta. So looking forward to this one and to see Eunan's maybe slight favourites going on form, but I think on the day. How are Eunan's going to handle this favourites tag? This is at Oisin, and did Eugene keep them grounded since the semi-final and with an easy match? And Setanta had a hard enough. They beat Burt comfortably at the end, but it was a hard fought, hard hit, and the difference in 2 semi-finals was a big, and look, I don't think slight favourites maybe. But 50-50 game, and I think Eunan's smart enough to know that, and there's a lot of boys out there, and to be fair, they've committed big time to county hurling this last year. Actually, they had 10 or 11 players up there pushing hard all year, and it stood to them now. But as I say, Setanta have the experience and know how to win matches, big finals, and Eunan's got over the line once. So look, I think on the legs factor, maybe Eunan's could be slight factors, but as I say, Setanta have been lined out funny sometimes this year, Oisin, and I think if they get their threats and near the net, they are a handful, the likes of Jared Gilmore, Rory Campbell and Josh. So looking interesting to see what way they're going to line out here, and Declan Coulter named at wing back. Is he going to be there? Jared Gilmore at midfield. I think there'll be a few changes here at the start that the programmes aren't going to be set as there, Yeah. Okay, we are going to have a minute's silence here shortly. In just a few moments, but we'll give you the starting lineups. Cian Hennessy is going to be the goalkeeper for St Eunan's. In the full back line, it's Sean Halvey, and then coming in wearing number 17 is Cormac Finn, taking the place of Conor McVeigh. We're just going to break for a minute's silence to remember Ollie Horgan, father of Brendan and David, who are part of the St Eunan's squad, Tristan Cullen and young Jody Faulkner.
There's a number of people that we need to remember here today. We remember Ollie Horgan as the father of St Eunan's hurling team, and was particularly sad and hard time for Brendan and David. We also think of his wife Anita and his other sons Conor and Anthony, and his daughter and or Shinshire, is here to sing the national anthem. So 38 of our national day, it's going to be honour of his oldness for Jerry the Overall, so around the day.
Around the vein here at the O'Donnell Park in Letterkenny ahead of this Donegal Senior Hurling Championship decider. So St Eunan's will line out with Cian Hennessy in goals. Sean Halvey wears 2. At fullback wearing 17 is Cormac Finn. Larkin Heavey is at number 4. Ryan Hulferty, Kieran Larkin and Conor Park make up the half-back line. Brian McIntyre, Conor O'Grady in the middle of the park, Kevin Keeley, Cathal O'Brien and Peter Kelly at 10, 11 and 12. And then a change in the forward line. Fergal Delaney comes in for John Kelly, Cian Reynolds wears 14 and Russell Ford is wearing number 15. As for Setanta, Kevin Campbell's in goals, Rory McLaughlin, Stephen McBride and Captain Mark Callan on the full-back line. Dean Halvey, Bernard Lafferty and Declan Coulter at 5, 6 and 7. Jared Gilmore and Conor McGettigan is in the middle. Danny Cullen wears 10. Then we have Ian Phillips coming in to take the place of Oisin Marley. Ryan Coyle's at 12, Sean Ward wears 13, Josh Cronley-McGee 14, Rory Campbell's at 15, and this year's senior hurling final is on as the rain starts to come down here at the O'Donnell Park in Letterkenny. And the first of the attacks, we'll see St Eunan's try to get their hands on the ball, but it's with Setanta at the moment, and both sides here fighting fiercely to get possession. St Eunan's in this opening half are playing from left to right, heading down to the River Swilly end of the ground. Setanta will be playing, as if you want to call it, upfield, heading towards the clubhouse. This sideline puck will be taken by Peter Kelly. It's dropped in there, but the ball breaks loose, and Conor McGettigan has obviously got a man-to-man job up top today as he steps into the fullback role there at the moment for Setanta, and it's going to be a free out to the man from the cross, and this free will be taken by the experienced Kevin Campbell. Just looking at the flags, the breeze has kicked up. It's blowing actually more across field now. It was sort of upfield earlier today for the first 2 games, but now it's coming across field, and there's this driving rain, which is certainly going to make things very, very difficult. The battle continues here in these opening stages as we await the first score. Just over a minute played. Releasing the ball is Fergal Delaney. Now it comes to the 17, Cormac Finn. Finn's going to spread it across to Kieran Larkin. Up the channel it goes to Ryan Hulferty. Hulferty now coming in field. Here comes a long one in from Ryan Hulferty. That's going to drop there in front of goals. It bounces off the player. It's going to be picked up by Mark Callan. Callan can't control it. Just there's a push in the back as a referee says no. Callan's a feisty young man and he's fouled as well. It's going to be a free out to Setanta.
Yeah, a fast start here with both teams. Actually, nobody looking to give an inch at all, and look well tidied up by Mark Callahan. Eunan's worked the ball well at the defence there as they do, and they're hurling through the lines this year, actually, and they've done that there, and a quick delivery on the 14 then, but Setanta had the defenders there around it, Brian McIntyre on the run here now. Yeah,
Brian McIntyre's on the charge looking for the first score. He offloads, and McIntyre's effort is dropped over the bar. And St Eunan's have hit the scoreboard first with 2 minutes on the clock from Brian McIntyre.
Yeah, and look, with Brian at the county, Eugene, and nobody's got a better engine than that man, and he will run all day and get into them spaces, and whoever's on him is going to have a tight shift today, but Brian usually when he gets a good start and on form, he's really, really tough opponent to stop, so Brian, Eunan's been delighted to get him into the game early,
Danny Cullen's going to send one in, and Danny Cullen's effort goes out to the right and wide, so the first wide of this game is from Setanta, the experienced Danny Cullen with that wide, and St Eunan's looking to get on with it here. The keeper here now is Cian Hennessy. There's going to be a break in play because there's been a bit of a tussle between a couple of players. I don't know if you can hear in the effects mic or not, but the crowd were on their feet, and there could be a player going under the book of the referee, Aidan McAleer, very, very early on here.
Yeah,
the official just telling players all to move away as he comes over to the linesman. We were watching the ball down this end. The supporters were definitely watching what was going on up this end, Mickey, but we wait to see what the official's going to do.
Conor McGettigan just trying to stamp his authority on. He's obviously got a man marking job on Kevin Keeley, but physically Kevin Keeley's well able to look after himself, so he's just letting him know it's not going to be that easy. And I don't think there's a booking on this. I think you just give him a warning that it can't keep going on, and take it from there. But I don't know what Aidan's going to do with this ball. Throw it under the looks of it, just. Yeah.
Aidan McAleer is going to let play continue. He's just going to throw the ball in. And he's free to Setanta he's given. And it's going to be Setanta's ball. And it's a free to the man from the cross, which doesn't go down well with the St. Eunan's supporters.
Obviously, I should have come from the linesman. We're already saying let the referee know that. So I don't know how. You'd think Kevin Keeley's the forward. He's trying to make a run and he was stopped, but the linesman obviously seen some infringement and we haven't.
So Jared Gilmore's going to take this free. Just inside his own half. Gilmore hits it long as Setanta look for their opening score of the tie, and that one's gone out to the right and wide. And that would be a second wide of the game in these early stages for Setanta. 4.5 minutes played. Setanta still to score. St. Eunan's lead by a point. The ball's going to drop. It breaks and it's picked up by Setanta. It's launched up the channel. Here's Ian Phillips. He can't control it. Gives a shoulder there to Ryan Hulferty. Hulferty has to release the ball. Goes to ground now, the St. Eunan's player. And there was a hurl in there, and it's a free out to St. Eunan's. And Sean Halvey was the player that was fouled on that occasion. And Ryan Hulferty's going to take this free. It's actually O'Grady. It's going to drop now in and around the 14. Oh, brilliant fetch there. Turning on the hurl, but it's brilliantly blocked down as well by the Setanta defender, and the ball spills out, and comes Conor McGettigan. Up the line it goes now to Coulter. Coulter, one of the experienced players for Setanta and Donegal, sends it up the line underneath the stand. Halvey gets a hurl in there. Halvey trying to get a hand in there. Halvey does well, but now he can't control it. Phillips is away. As Phillips pulled back, referee says yes. There's going to be a free here now to Setanta just inside the 45.
Yeah, big hit in Jared Gilmore there on his chest. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but the referee has let it go ahead. Ball broke Setanta's way. Oshin, it's going to be a free in. Just another end is a great take by Cian Randalls, but as you know, Steve McBride is a first class defender, and he just let him land and stood him up and got a block in it. So, but Eunan's is obviously going to go route one here. Oshin for a few balls to see if they can get any change out of that full forward. But as I say, McBride is well capable of maybe eating that up.
The referee's just taken the name of Sean Halvey. There's been no cards dished out as yet. And coming up now to take this free is Jared Gilmore. He's okay again. He's back on his feet. He took a heavy hit with a hurl, but Gilmore's okay, and you would expect him all day long to put this one over the bar and tie up the game at a point apiece.
Good physical start, Oshin. Yeah. Good, a lot of hits going in, and I think where the ref if he can let it flow, is what we're looking for. Maybe you're not looking for any dirty play.
The players are testing the waters, I know that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. They've started with high intensity, and this is Jared's second free. He would need to be tapping this one. Good score. Yeah,
Gilmore finds the target. So then, we're just about to hit 7 minutes. It's a point apiece here in this Donegal Senior Hurling Championship decider. The puck out from Hennessy goes towards the middle. It's picked up by St. Eunan's and Kevin Keeley. Keeley gets out ahead of McGettigan. Now it goes up the line and the chase is on. Out comes Randalls, but again the defender of Setanta is there ahead of him. The fullback is Stephen McBride. That's knocked out to Rory McLaughlin. McLaughlin now sends it towards the middle, but this should be easy enough now for the man watching the house, and that's Cormac Finn. Finn now knocks it forward looking for McIntyre. The ball's in the air, but it's picked up by Rory Campbell. Campbell's going to turn here now and try to get the legs moving and try to create a bit of space. It goes forward, but out comes the wing back Park, who just misjudged it. It's on a plate now for Sean Ward as Sean Ward knocks it over the bar, and Setanta go 2-1 in front.
Yeah, I think Sean Ward actually lost that ball in the sun. I seen maybe the defender too, and it actually went past the two of them and fell into Sean's path. But look, good tough defending there. But stand again, I think anything goes in low in front of Stephen McBride. You know, there he's quite comfortable. I seen, you know, getting out in front, and that's a couple of balls there now. He's got there, you know. But 2 points to 1 here now. Setanta with a slight breeze in their backs.
Heavy knocks it forward, but listen, there's nobody there for St Eunan's. It's Bernard Lafferty who goes up the line. Lafferty's effort is going to stay in play, and the St Eunan's cornerback goes over the line. A mistake from the cornerback Heavy there, and
yeah, all the time of the day. I should they get that. There's nobody within 40 yards of him, you know, and maybe we shout from somebody else might have given a heads up, but it's a ball. Eunan's should have been tidying up really.
So it's going to be a sideline puck for Setanta, who are leading here by 2 points to 1. We've played 9 minutes of the senior hurling decider, which is live on Donegal GAA TV and indeed on Highland Radio Saturday Sport in association with NAS Scaffolding. There's one from 40 metres out from a tight angle, and that one drifts over the bar, and Setanta now leading by 3 points to 1, Mickey.
Yeah, very well worked, Setanta. Everybody knows Jared Gilmore's a good sideline cut, and the Eunice lads would know that, so they sat back off, and Danny, he actually took back from it, and Danny took it short to him and over the bar. So look smartly, obviously working the training ground, Oisin, and worked that one for them, you know.
Lafferty again. They're going down that side again. Out they run for it. It's Josh Cronley-McGee who gets there first, being met by Conor O'Grady. McGee going left and right. What's the angle like here for Cronley-McGee? That one goes wide. So, listen, 3 wides for Setanta. The 3 points on the board. St Eunan's have just that single score. And when you look at these opening number of minutes, I suppose fair to say Setanta have had the better of the exchanges, Mikey.
Yeah, they have. And, you know, they could have clipped another couple of points, Oisin, but they're away again with it here. No, he's blowing it up for a head injury.
Yeah, 18 for Eunan's is Fergal Delaney. Just took a knock to the head, but he's okay. He's going to get back onto his feet relatively quick. And play will continue. And it's Danny Cullen who has it now for not Danny Cullen, but sorry, Jared Gilmore has it. And he's going to have a go here. That's what
he has to drop it on Oisin. He's not allowed to score, I don't think. Is he? No, he's not allowed to score from that.
Yeah. So that's not going to be counted. Because you can't score from that.
I don't know what the result is.
Huh? It was a fine strike.
It is, aye. But I know the way he struck it, he was trying to drop it on, you know. But
so stays at a 3-1 game. Back towards the middle again. Eunan's trying to pick it up. And it's with Delaney, who comes away for a group of players. He's got support there with McIntyre who wants to use him. It's not into the path of McIntyre, but it's going to be cleared here by Lafferty, and it goes over the line. It's going to be a sideline puck for St Eunan's down to our left-hand side, or right-hand side, excuse me, and it's the wing forward Peter Kelly that's going to take the sideline puck. St Eunan's look to get back into this. They're trailing 3-1. It's going to drop in around the house. Too much on it. Going to register as the first wide of the game for St Eunan's. So it stays at a 3-1 fixture with the puck out to come from Kevin Campbell. Campbell's target man is Danny Cullen, who's been marked there by Kieran Larkin. Goes over the top of both of them. Larkin picks it up now. There's a foul committed on Larkin. Play continues. Conor O'Grady has it now. The advantage has been lost. O'Grady needs support. Back it comes to the 45. Standing there is Heavy. Heavy goes up the line now. Sends it into space. And it's just going to roll out over the line, so it's going to be a sideline puck to Setanta once again. St Eunan's, with all the talk there was about being favourites and coming into this game as really, really strong contenders to take this title, they haven't really got motor in yet, so they haven't done.
They haven't. And you know, I said Setanta would love the fact that they've been tagged underdogs, but there is a strong breeze here, you know. It's a 4 or 5 point breeze, I do feel, but Setanta started very lively, and they have Bernard Lafferty free in defence, and you know he's very effective at that role, and I think maybe more effective than the Eunan's sweeper. So something maybe that they look at, because he's very very handy at tidying up things in there, Oisin, and you know as we met them last year, we made sure he wasn't in that free role, you know. But if you look back there, you can see he's sitting there now covering the defence back here, like, you know, he's just there to tidy stuff up.
That one's going to drop again.
And there he
is Bernard Lafferty tidying it up for Setanta. But it's living dangerous with a ball like that. St Eunice look to get it back. And they have it back, and it's with now Kevin Keeley. Keeley looking for another score. And that one is going to drop over the bar, and they've got it. It's a 3-2 game. Kevin Keeley gets his first of the match. And there's just 1 point separating the sides. 13 minutes played here in the senior decider.
Yeah, and just to be talking about Bernard, he had all the hard work done, but he tried a cute pass out through the centre and got turned over, you know. So good score for Union. I think they needed that to get them settled down again into the game.
It's going to drop kindly enough for Rory Campbell, who couldn't hold on to it. But the man who picks it up is Cormac Finn. Charge it forward. It drops inside the 45. Russell Ford trying to control it. Can't do so. But Gettigan has it back. Gives it to Lafferty. It's brilliantly blocked down by Keeley. Keeley's on the charge once again. Randall's trying to get his hands on it, but it's the fullback Stephen McBride who comes away with it. Gives it to Danny Cullen. Cullen's looking to clear the danger. He offloads to McGettigan now. McGettigan's coming up the centre of the field. He's marked by 2 Union's players. He has to release the ball. Now it's Declan Coulter, and Coulter's going to go along with this one. Send it into space. The referee says no foul on Phillips. Phillips has the ball. Been marked by Halvey. Phillips goes to ground. The ball's kicked out. A Hurl's lashed at it there, but St Eunan's have it back with Ryan Hulferty. Hulferty now is going to go high and long as it drops in and around the 21. The ball breaks. Keeley trying to get in there. Setanta got a hurl on it as the men in black who can come away with it, and it's back into the path of Coulter. Coulter launches it high again. It's going to drop deep inside the St Eunan's half. The target man is Sean Ward. The ball's bouncing about in there. It's rolling on the ground, and it's the other cornerback Heavey who's trying to get down on it and trying to release it, but it's Setanta who come away with it. And, well, the scrap is on for it, that's for sure. Over on the far side of the pitch and the Ora side of the ground, there's about 6 players there trying to get their hurl on it. Now it's eventually popped out. Shot coming in from distance. Dean Harvey's the man.
Wide ball.
But that's going to go out to the right and wide. Wide number 4 for Setanta, Mickey McCann.
Yeah, and that wee bit of breeze behind you, Oisin, you need to be taking most of your chances, and 4 wides after 15 minutes. No, Setanta will not be happy with that because they worked so hard there to get that stop. Eunice come out with that ball and they won it, and knock a bad wide from Dean Harvey.
Yep. It remains a 3-2 game here. Cahill O'Brien with a super catch. Knocks it forward. It's going to be a sideline ball going in the favour of Setanta. It's high action stuff here at the O'Donnell Park in Letterkenny on the finals day of hurling for Donegal GAA. 15 and a half minutes into the senior decider. Setanta leading by 3 points to 2. Now, if St Eunan's were to win this today, Mick, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, they would go to the Ulster Intermediate Championship.
That's correct, yeah.
And if Setanta were to win it, they would actually go and play in the Ulster Senior Club Championship, because they, of course, won the Intermediate a number of years ago. Yeah,
so the only way Setanta can get the Ulster rushing this year is take a victory today, you know.
We're watching Jared Gilmore here with an absolute cracking score. That's 3 for Gilmore. That's his best yet, so it is. They go 4-2 in front, but a stunning score from Jerry Gilmore.
Yeah, brilliant score, and Jared all day long with that breeze. If he gets time and space rushing, he's probably Setanta's most accurate player, and he'll be very, very punishing if you give him that time and space.
Cormac Finn looking to control it. He does well at the second attempt. Sends it into the centre, where O'Grady's just going to hammer one in high, looking for Randalls. It drops for Randalls. He can't control it, but sweeping it up is the experienced Mark Callan for Setanta. Now it goes to Declan Coulter as well, trying to keep it in play, which he does, but it goes straight to O'Brien. O'Brien's looking for a score.
Wide ball.
And this one drops out to the left and wide. A second wide of the game there for St Eunan's. And the home supporter thought that one was over the bar, but stays at a 4-2 fixture to Setanta.
Setanta's acquiring a bit of dirty pull here, and Steve McBride, Oisin, the umpires, going to be talking to the ref here.
So the ref's got over to speak to his umpires for what happened.
Yeah, it's number 14, Randalls, is it?
We'll wait to see what
on Steve McBride.
We'll wait to see what the decision is for the official, Aidan McAleer. As he talks to his umpires, and he's actually tying his shoelace at the moment, so making sure the footwear is right. The story of the game, 4-2 here.
Yeah,
in the senior decider.
Cahill O'Brien, he's normally, from the games I've watched, has taken them chances, and it just drifted wide on him, so there wasn't much in it, but interesting to see what's coming here, Oisin.
So Cian Randalls has been spoke to by the referee for a challenge on Stephen McBride, and he's getting a bit of a talking to from the official. We wait to see what card. Yep, first yellow card of the day. Dished out by Aidan McAleer, goes to Cian Randalls for a pullback on Stephen McBride. So we're going to have the puck out to come from Kevin Campbell. 18 minutes played. Campbell will get the ball back into play. And we'll get this contest, which is, in fairness, has been certainly entertaining for the opening 18 minutes. Back in play it goes. Back towards the edge of the Union's half. It breaks along the middle and it's picked up by McGettigan. Connor McGettigan hits a high long one from deep here, and it's going to drop out to the right and wide. And that's a 5th wide for Setanta, but they stay 4-2 in front.
Wasteful, actually, when you have that quality of forward line in there, you've got to try find them and them chances, just to put pressure on the Union's defence. But they pot for scores and they had 4 or 5 wides, as you say. And you say maybe an odd one under the inside man here. I should see if they get on a ball. Setanta be looking for.
Keeley was outnumbered over on that far side. Lafferty again just launches a high one and looking for the quality forward line, but it bounces over everybody. Cian Hennessy, the St. Eunice keeper, has it, getting it to safety. Out it goes to Cormac Finn. Finn now looks up to see what's ahead of him, up the channel. Sprinting out is Russell Ford out ahead of Mark Callahan. Ford gets there first. Lays it off to McIntyre. Back to Ford. Ford's going to have a pop here. This one
wide,
drifts out to the left and wide, and that will be a 3rd wide of the game for St. Eunice. It's wides at either end. It remains 4-2.
Yeah, per shot option again. I shouldn't feel against the breeze. Just maybe Russell should just take him on there and see. Try and fight him on there free. Union's in possession here again. Yeah,
Cal O'Brien gets the ball away. Goes to Conor O'Grady, who takes a shoulder on there from Phillips. O'Grady's on his feet. Phillips is on the ground. Throws the hurl at it. Keeley smartly just knocks it back now to Finn. Finn on the ground is going to give it to Larkin. Larkin's been met by Danny Conley. Comes in with a high challenge. Advantage played by the referee. Here's one from about 50 out. The sails over the bar. That's a good score by Larkin, his first of the game. And it's back to a single point. 4 plays 3 here. But Setanta still edging it.
Yeah, and Union's gone through there, but with Conor O'Grady, but a good turnover. Phillips working hard, and Cormac Finn eventually won on it back, and Cormac's been on a lot of ball here in the first 15 minutes, but working well, Dale Larkin, and he actually had a free. I know he didn't put over the bar. Oisín Danny had fouled him, but great score from Larkin coming forward.
And this time Fergal Delaney launches one up the field. It's going to drop in front of McBride. McBride gives it to Lafferty, and Lafferty just hooks it forward. The chase is on for it. The ball's going to break. Who's going to get there first? It's Setanta that have it. Just on the edge of the 21, but he's outnumbered by amber jerseys in there. In comes a big shoulder. Referee says back on your feet. In the meantime, Josh Cronley-McGee's going to hit one out to the right and wide, and that would be another wide for Setanta. You can make that 6 in this opening half. Stays 4-3.
It's poor rushing by Josh, and Sean Ward standing a bit of space there in his own, and possibly a goal opportunity if he gets his head up. To say Setanta that bit of breeze, they're going to have to get a few points ahead here, Oisín.
Peter Kelly does well to get the ball away to McIntyre now. McIntyre's going to run into traffic. Oh, there's a big heavy hit there on Brian McIntyre. Came from Bernard Lafferty. The St. Eunice supporters are incensed with that challenge. McIntyre's on the deck, and Aidan McAleer is making his way up the field.
It's a big hit, Oisín, on the Brian McIntyre's chest. Definitely a book in some description. It was going to be yellow or red. It's going to be in Aidan McAleer's hands, but straight under his chest. So Bernard Lafferty, was it?
Yeah, Bernard Lafferty was the player. And he's been called over now by Aidan McAleer. He was just checking in on Brian McDermott, or young McDermott, of course, the midfielder. And really talented footballer too, young McDermott, but the hurling's his thing at the moment. Or McIntyre, his hurling is the thing at the moment, and there's a yellow card for Bernard Lafferty for that challenge on Brian McIntyre. He's on his feet, he's okay. Fuzzy was taking a look at him. But St. Eunice can tie up the game now with this free, which is, what, about just shy of 40 metres out. McIntyre's okay. Cathal O'Brien is going to take this free for St. Eunice. And with 22 minutes played of the opening half, St. Eunice can level up the game. Gilmore's hit 3 for Setanta. Ward got the other. That was their 4 points. McIntyre, Keeley, Larkin. and we wait to see if O'Brien is going to make it a fourth different score and a fourth point for the Cathedral Town men. Here comes O'Brien, that's over the bar. That's 4-4. St Eunan's go level in this game. And we've 23 minutes on the clock, Mickey.
Yeah, and Setanta will be a bit frustrated they're not ahead in this game, Oisín, because they had loads of chances with that breeze, and Eunan's are quite happy to ride that storm a bit. Now it's a level match, you know.
Coulter.
Oh, right through.
Brilliant delivery by Coulter into the path of Ryan Coyle. This is dangerous here. Coyle's going to go low, comes off the St Eunan's player Park, but Setanta still have it with Cullen. Cullen turns on it and it's going to go wide. Another wide for Setanta. But that was a fantastic delivery by Coulter to find young Coyle.
Great ball. That put him straight to the gap, Oisín. And look, you got to be taking a pointer to that at least. You know, them chances are going to be criminal near the end of this match if they don't start taking them. And then Danny to get a poor wide at the end of it. So I don't think the goal was on there. You know, I think he needed to slip that. There was two or three Eunan's jerseys in front of him, and it would have taken a great shot to beat the keeper and them two lads from there. So maybe take his point there and reset, you know.
So it's going to be a sideline puck here to Setanta, which Gilmore will take. 24 minutes played. Live on Highland Saturday Sporting Association with NAS Scaffolding, bringing you coverage of the Senior Decider. And we're also, of course, on the Donegal GAA streaming service in association with streamsport.ie. This is Kevin Keeley. Launches it forward looking for Cian Randalls. Randalls can't get there. Stephen McBride's a very, very talented hurler, and the fullback's doing a good job there at the moment. Gets it away to Coyle. Coyle feeds it to Callahan. They're changing flanks here now and coming to Coulter. Coulter, his efforts half blocked down by Cal O'Brien. It's going to drop inside the 45. Super fetching by Setanta, but St Eunan's have men there to trouble Danny Cullen, of course. And he's overcarried it, and it's going to be a free to St Eunan's. Out comes Cian Hennessy. Well, Hennessy wanted to take it. O'Grady's going to take this.
Super defending again by Steve McBride there, rushing to set up that attack, and a great take by Danny. But the fair Eunan's, that Conor O'Grady sweeping in another land, got to double up on him and stop him going anywhere and forced him into an overcarry. But good stuff from both ends here.
Peter Kelly sending another one and looking for Randalls. Randalls bounces off him and it's going to break in front to the post. Coulter has it again. Coulter's going to be met by Cahill O'Brien. Coulter's going to go high and long, and it's going to drop inside the Eunan's 45, but Eunan's can't hold on to it. That was Conor O'Grady. It bounced off his hand. Danny Cullen's in there sweeping at it with a hurl, fighting hard for Setanta. Cullen has it back, looking for a wee dink in there. It doesn't work out. It's still on the deck. Both sets of players working very hard to get a grip of the ball. Out comes Josh Cronley-McGee now, coming across the 45, looking to get in a bit of space. There's the space for Cronley-McGee. Eunan's going to hurl it. It's going to be laid off here now to McLaughlin, but McLaughlin can't control it. Again, there's Eunan's having numbers back there, defending hard, and it's Brian McIntyre again coming out from defence. He's covering every blade of grass here on this pitch today. Brian McIntyre showed a bit of skill there as well, bouncing the ball with a hurl. He was fouled in that as well. Brilliant stuff from McIntyre. But St Eunan's have a free just in the edge of their own half.
Yeah, super breakout from Brian McIntyre. You know, just got away from that first tackle, and then look, there's nobody catching him then. And even he took that bounce, actually under pressure without breaking a stride. No, it's great skill.
But a heavy sod too.
And a heavy sod. It's great composure by him, you know. But see him stand up a few possessions here, but tight pressure by St Eunan's and forced them into sloppy passing. But look, it's very competitive out there. You know, it's 4 points each after 27 minutes. It's very low scoring, you know.
Yeah. Setanta actually haven't scored now in 11 minutes.
Yeah, they've been wistful now. They've been very wistful, and they'll not be happy about that because they should be a few points up with that breeze behind them.
This is O'Brien from distance. Oh, he's happy with it. He's very happy with it. St Eunan's is happy with it. A storming score from O'Brien, and for the first time, well, actually the second time in this game, St Eunan's are leading here. They got the opening point of the match in the second minute. They haven't led since until now.
Yeah, it's a brilliant strike against the breeze, actually, and Cahill's got that in him. As I said, during the group, he's been scoring heavily from frees, and that's a super strike against the breeze. You know, where Setanta's been missing a few chances. Eunan's have been, their conversion rate's been fairly decent against the breeze, so another free in now for Eunan's.
Yes, Setanta need to be careful in their discipline, Vicky, because like they've been wasteful up the other end. They haven't been as clinical as they were hoping to be, and when you looked at it and opened the 20 minutes, they probably should have been further in front. But since then, in the last 8 minutes, St Eunice have started to take a grip of this.
Yes.
3 unanswered scores. They now have a free, which is well within the range of Cahill O'Brien, all coming from, I suppose, the discipline of Setanta. When you know that you've got players that can score in this zone, you shouldn't be coming in throwing your heart around like that.
No, one of the things in St Eunice's favour here, they're very athletic, Oisin, and very well conditioned, and they'll be pretty work that hard for the whole 30 minutes, and the same in the second half, and make a few, and they've a bench there too, so it's a wide ball. It's a poor miss considering the one he got the last time.
Well,
So
St Eunice need to be more clinical than that as well, so they do.
Yeah, they got out one off the hook there for Setanta.
The ball's back in play. It's going to drop over in that right hand channel under that very, very stiff breeze. Rory Campbell for Setanta, but it's Cormac Finn that comes away with it. Popped over the top into looking for Kevin Keeley. Also there's Holferty. Holferty has it. Sends it under the edge of the D. The chase is on, but Callan's there, but just a wee tip from Ford broke it away. Setanta were able to get it back with McLaughlin, but a foul committed by St Eunice is going to be a free out to Setanta in that D area. And
possibly soft enough there, Oisin, free.
1 minute to go. I tell you what, Mickey, this half is flowing in.
It's flowing in.
With 29 minutes played, it's been a cracking game.
It's been entertaining. The scoreboards are just aren't maybe going as high as you thought, but it's been really competitive and physical, Oisin.
Yeah, Josh Cronley McGee has it now, coming back around here on the loop.
He can't catch it.
And McGee,
poor again.
Yeah, can't find the target, but there's a free in here coming now for Setanta, and this will level up the game. So it will. Well, the new rules in the football, we've had high scoring games, so we have, but some of the hurling seem to have gone the other way, like we've seen the game.
It's a lower score now, so you know, and a lot of this, they're missing chances, like, but you know, you've Joyce there, and he just loves running at you and taking you on. He's physical, and look, he invites you into making them fouls, and if he gets inside, he is a real goal threat. So I think 5 each, you know, will be fair enough after half an hour.
This one's over the bar. Gilmore gets another for Setanta from a free. That's 2 from frees, 2 from play. That's 4 for Gilmore, 5 for Setanta, and we're in, of course, to additional time here at the end of the game. The ball breaks. Who will the last score of the half go to? St Eunice have possession. O'Grady just looking to show the dummy there. Drops it over, looking for the path of McIntyre. The race is on. Out comes McBride. McIntyre's going to be there too. There's 2 Setanta men, 1 St Eunice man. McIntyre's judged to have been coming over the top of the hurl, which you're not allowed to do.
It's the right idea by Conor O'Grady there to get Brian well ready. Seems to McBride's been so solid in that half, Oisin, and tidying up and getting out in front. And even there, they cut out Brian, you know, coming out of there at a bit of speed.
Kevin Campbell sends it forward. The ball breaks. Larkin is on the tail of the Setanta player. Stays in play. Here comes St Eunice once again. That's with Peter Kelly. Kelly now, just too much juice on it. It's going to go over the top and be a sideline ball to Setanta.
Yeah, sloppy by both sides there. Oisin, a poor pass by Dean Harvey, and then Peter putting too much on it onto Russell there. So wasteful enough there from Eunice and Setanta.
Sideline puck to come now from Declan Coulter. So we wait to see, is the referee going to let it go for another scoring opportunity? Coulter with the sideline puck, drops round the middle. Just flicks, bounces off the hurl with a wee flick, but St Eunice are chasing it down. Again, it's picked up over there by Delaney. Goes to O'Grady. O'Grady now is going to lump it forward again. And again it's down this right hand side, but this time it bounces kindly for St Eunice. Russell forward looking for a score, but the one's going to blow it out to the left and wide, and that would be a 5th wide for St Eunice in this opening half. Campbell has it in play straight away. We've played an extra 2.5 minutes here at the end of the half. Gilmore has it, looking to force his way through, drops the ball. St Eunice are trying to get a grasp of it, but it's the 15 and Campbell comes away with it. 1 from deep here now from Ryan Coyle, but Coyle's effort's going to go out to the right and wide, and that will be another wide for Setanta. I'm going to add them all up. That's 8 in this half for Setanta.
Then again, I think that ball could be used under the inside men again. Like they just, pot shots. That even missed the ball stops there. Like that breeze maybe just should be hitting in this place.
We've played 3 minutes of additional time at the end of the half here. It's still a 5-5 game, but St Eunan's are on the attack, looking for a score to put them in front. Peter Kelly hits a high one, and that's poor as well. And St Eunan's have got another wide. That is now 6 for the Letterkenny side, and it's been poor from both sides over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, maybe we're underestimating the crossfield breeze here. Actually, looking at the flags, it might be really, really hard. They seem to be all missing to that side, like so. But
they'll be saying we're very sore on them. They'll be saying we're very sore on them.
Maybe looking out, but you got to adjust yourself after you get 1 or 2. Where you have to allow for it and let the one do the work. But both teams been wasteful. I say 5 points each. Actually, after first half is
8 wides for Setanta, 6 for St Eunan's.
Yeah, it's been
and Setanta probably in the first quarter, well, they were the better of the two sides in the first quarter, wasteful with a lot of their opportunities, but since then St Eunan's have got back into it, Maggie.
Yeah, they have, and Eunan's have plenty of legs. I shouldn't say they'll work hard and they'll go like that for the whole hour here. To say Setanta probably need.
Gilmore's going to try and put them in front here.
Yeah,
it's probably the last chance of the half.
Well in his range.
Yeah, here it comes from Jerry Gilmore.
Yeah,
we're going to drop into the hands of the keeper. That's now 3 into the hands of Cian Hennessy. There goes the half-time whistle, and we're level pegging at the break here in the Donegal Senior Hurling Championship decider. It's St Eunan's 5 points, Setanta 5 points. We played almost 4.5 minutes of additional time at the end of the half, but despite the low scoring, the wides and other bits and bobs, listen, this has been a fiercely contested decider, so it has been.
It has. Actually, it's been very, very physical. Intensity has been high, and the hits, a couple of big hits going in. Both teams just in front of the scoreboards will let them down, but maybe that's conditions. Actually, I think it's all there. Both change rooms will be thinking they're well capable of winning this game. No team looks to be any better than the other. So. They could go either way. Both teams will be happy enough. Eunan's will have the breeze, maybe to shoot from distance. They possibly maybe the likes of Sean McVeigh to come off the bench. Who'll make a big difference there if he comes on, especially with that breeze behind him. But all they play for. By no means you could call somebody at this stage. Watching it's going to be a tough one going down the line. I think
Okay then, time to end it there for the first half from us anyway. As St Eunan's leave the pitch, Setanta already at the dressing room at half time in the Donegal Senior Hurling decider. At St Eunan's 5 points, Setanta 5 points. Yeah, Brian McIntyre's on the charge looking for the first score. He offloads and McIntyre's effort is dropped over the bar.
Exactly, they've started with high intensity, and this is Jared's second free. You need to be tapping this one. Good score.
Yeah, try to create a bit of space. That goes forward, but out comes the wing back Park, who just misjudged it. It's on a plate now for Sean Ward, as Sean Ward knocks it over the bar, which is live on Donegal GAA TV and indeed on Highland Radio Saturday Sport in association with NAS Scaffolding. There's one from 40 metres out from the time, and they have it back, and it's with now Kevin Keeley. Keeley looking for another score. And that one is going to drop over the bar, and they've got it.
I didn't get the Ulster rushing this year as take a victory today,
Jared Gilmore here with an absolute cracking score. That's 3. Met by Danny Collins under the high challenge. Advantage played by the referee. Here's one from about 50 out. The sails over the bar. Different score, and a 4th point for the Cathedral Town men. Here comes O'Brien. That's over the bar.
Points up with that breeze behind him.
This is O'Brien from distance. Oh, he's happy with it. He's very happy with it. St Eunan's
5 each. Fair enough.
This one's over the bar.
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
And you're welcome back here to the O'Donnell Park. We're about to get the second half up and running of this senior hurling decider, and already there's a bit of stuff going on between a few players, and Aidan McAleer is heading downfield. Brian McIntyre involved in an altercation with one of the Setanta players, and Aidan McAleer saying that the Setanta player's Rory McLaughlin. So we'll just wait to see what actually went on. Referee calling both of them over. Now, just to clarify, there has been a mix-up with one of the Setanta players. Now, we twigged it earlier on during commentary, but we were just looking to get confirmation on it, because we had wrong team sheets for Setanta, particularly the subs. 23 for Setanta, who was getting stuck on in the thick of it, is actually Johnny Carlin and not Ian Phillips. Carlin, of course, plays his football with Red Hughes, was part of the Donegal senior panel, and he was the 23 for Setanta. But we do have the full list of the Setanta, the correct Setanta team now, and the list of substitutes. So just to clarify, the 23 for Setanta is actually Johnny Carlin. So the referee spoke to two players. Now he's going to work his way back now to the middle. 5 points apiece. We're not shooting the lights out today at the O'Donnell Park, that's for sure, Mickey McCann, but we're having a really, really intense senior decider, and we're expecting more to come here in the second half.
Yeah, we definitely do. It's entertaining, low scoring, actually, still entertaining. And Setanta's actually moved Bernard Lafferty to the far side of the pitch here now, actually up to the full forward line, so you expect him maybe to come in a sweeper role, but and Rory Campbell out the wing forward.
Cian Randalls gets his first score of the game for St Eunan's as the ball broke on the edge of the D, and he picked it up and he sent it straight over the black spot, and St Eunan's goes 6-5 in front, Mickey.
Yeah, good score by Cian, and he needed that because Steve McBride was starting to dictate every ball went in there, but that's one he needed there to get the scoreboard ticking for himself. So Eunan's been trying that ball a lot, and then so they got one score out of it, and they'll be looking to go there again.
Welcome along to our listeners once again of Highland Radio's Saturday Sports. St Eunan's leading 6-5, but this effort does not find the target. It stays at 6-5. It drops out to the right and wide, and Cian Randalls has got the opening score of this second half. We have played bang on a minute of the latter half here now, and the one continues to breeze, come across field. St Eunan's in the second half are playing from left to right, from right to left into the clubhouse end of the ground. It's Setanta who are going from left to right into the River Swilly end of the ground, and it is a free for Setanta. Jared Gilmore is going to take this free. You're talking about 60 odd metres out?
Yeah. Down
the right hand side. He's scored 4 of the 5 points for the men from the cross so far, and this is well within his range, so it is, Mickey.
Yeah, and it's going to be the right post here, rushing. He's got to allow for that ball to come back a wee bit, and Eunice missed a lot to the left post in the first half, so we started her right there and try to bring her back in from that side, Here
it comes now from Jared Gilmore, but he's pulled it to the left and wide, and that's 9 wides now for Jerry Gilmore, or not for Jerry Gilmore, but for Setanta. Let's just think maybe 1 for Gilmore. Cian Hennessy, the keeper for St Eunan's, launches one into the Setanta half. Up they go for it, the ball breaks. Kevin Keeley gets there first, is dragged to the ground by Dean Harvey, and it's going to be a free. So it is for St Eunan's, and Keeley just went in for a bit of afters there. Dean Harvey's not at all impressed with it, but it is going to be a free, which will be taken by Cahill O'Brien. As we know, O'Brien in the opening half scored back-to-back frees in the 22nd and 24th minute, which had St Eunan's leading by 5 points to 4 before Gilmore levelled up the game just before the break. Yeah, O'Brien's looking for a third of the game, and just like Gilmore's, this is well within his range, Mickey, but this cross-pitch breeze is causing havoc.
It's tricky, and you have to allow... No, Jared's drifted about 15 yards wide there, so Cahill the same hits the ball. Yeah.
That's a great score by O'Brien, who adjusted to the one, Mickey.
He did, and look, it is a wee bit easier maybe going into the clubhouse end. Down in this end seems a wee bit trickier, a bit opener, so but no, he adjusted and he got the score away.
So for the first time, St Eunan's are leading by 2 here, 7-5 in this tie. Free. And there's going to be a free for Setanta. Yeah, foul on Danny Collins. So there's going to be a free to Setanta over on the left-hand side. And Danny Collins, it's Gilmore's actually going over to take this free and to try and reduce this deficit, which currently is 2 points for Setanta. And again, it is well within Gilmore's range, but the problem is this breeze coming across field. Gilmore, he's going to size it up, that's for sure.
Jared might fancy it a wee bit more, going straight under the breeze from that side. Just
Brendan Devaney was giving me some hurling tips earlier on about driving the hurl through the ball on the stuff breeze, Mickey. That one goes over the bar. Yeah, that's a good score by Big Gilmore. So Brendan Devaney's advice is working. I drive the hurl through the ball.
He's going straight under it from that end, and knocking's a lot easier.
Ball's back in play, so we've got a 7-6 game here now. Gilmore with yet another. That's now 5 for Gilmore in this tie. St Eunan's have it. It's coming now to Kelly, who can't control it. His opposite 12, Ryan Coyle, couldn't control it either. Kelly has it back, just lays it off to the closest man to him, Kevin Keeley. Keeley pops it over the top, looking for McIntyre. That's McIntyre against McLaughlin once again. McIntyre has it, coming across the 45, right in the challenge. McIntyre's running into space. Danny Cullen is there for Setanta. McIntyre gets the effort away. It drops over the bar. McIntyre has got a second of the game, and under pressure from Danny Cullen, that's an impressive score there.
Brilliant score, brilliant score with 2 men tight on him, and look, he knew the hook was on, so he threw it up high, and look, great finish under the breeze. Brilliant from Brian.
The keeper Campbell sends it straight to McGettigan, who sends it straight up the middle of the field and straight to Conor O'Grady. O'Grady's going to lay it off now to Cormac Finn. Finn now knocks it up the channel. The target this time is Russell Ford, taking on Mark Callan. Callan can't control it. Ford is there. He's able to ship a challenge. Goes back now to Hulferty. Hulferty's running through the lines. Hulferty wants a score here. Hulferty lets go, but that one's going to go out to the right and wide. That would be the first wide of the second half for St Eunan's. 7 in total, but they still lead by 2, 8-6.
Yeah, a good start for Eunan's second half. Probably should have finished that one. Ryan now, he's normally accurate enough in front of the post, but it was a poor miss in his standards. Like Eunan's or Setanta getting quick puck outs away here for the last couple of Eunan's sitting back.
But Delaney's able to snatch it out of their grasp. Now he goes to Cahill O'Brien. There's a Setanta player struggling over on the far side. Rory McLaughlin's picked up an injury. In the meantime, O'Brien needs to be careful inside his own 45. There's a couple of hurls coming across there on him, and he wins a free. The free, if they look, Delaney's got loads of space down here, but there is a Setanta player on the deck getting treatment on the far side of the pitch, and Aidan McAleer's just going to have a word there with Stephen O'Brien. It was actually Declan Coulter he's talking to about that.
They hit the ball away, Oisin. Eunan's are looking for it brought forward, I think, but because you say Fergal Delaney was sitting out in his own there, and they couldn't get the free away quick enough because the ball was hit away.
The Setanta player still getting treatment on the far side. Rory McLaughlin. On comes a new hurl for one of the St Eunan's players. That St Eunan's player is Conor O'Grady, who of course lifted the trophy before. Done this left hand side, Kieran Larkin's lots of space. O'Grady sees him. Now here comes St Eunan's. What can Larkin do here? It's a poor effort from Larkin. Well out to the right and wide. He just snapped at it too quickly. Maybe a bit of panic set in front of the big crowd here in the stand for Kieran Larkin. But it stays in an 8-6 game.
Yeah, another one strong, I should, but that's it's more than what the post even away. It's really 20 yards wide. So look, really poor shooting. You've got to be.
The referee tells them to get up. A big hefty challenge coming in on that occasion. In goes Lafferty again with another one. St Eunan's somehow hold on to the ball, and it's flicked forward. This time it is Brian McIntyre taking on McLaughlin. McIntyre trying to get through McLaughlin. He's able to shrug off the challenge. In comes the high challenge of Brian McIntyre, and it's another free for St Eunan's on the 21. And McIntyre being brave, got into the challenge, and he won the free. And St Eunan's are now looking to go 3 in front here. Yeah,
look, you talk about that man's engine, and I tell you, Rory McLaughlin is starting to feel the pain now, because Brian will take you every blade of grass, Oisin, and if your fitness levels aren't at matching his, you're in trouble. And I feel that's a change Setanta's going to have to make, because Brian's starting to dictate the last few scores, and a lot's going through him, and you can see his marker there, Rory, starting to struggle with cramp or whatever's wrong with him. But Brian's really took the game to them here in the second half.
Yeah, there's not much coming from the Setanta bench at the moment to make that change on on Rory McLaughlin because he's struggling with injury, so he is. And Brian McIntyre's going to run him ragged all day long if it's not 100%. In the meantime, Cathal O'Brien's got a fourth of the game. And for the first time, St Eunan's lead by 3. It's 9-6.
Yeah, the gap's certainly open up here. I think Setanta at only 1 point in this half so far. They need to get the scoreboard taken over here or they're in trouble. But a funny decision. We Bernard Lafferty up front here. I don't know. No, he was tidying up a lot of stuff in the first half. Now they're starting to back themselves up here. It's a long strike and
hopefully
wide,
launches
wide.
a high one again. Yeah, but that's going to go for another wide. 9 wides for St Eunan's, and now the change can come here. And what we'll do actually is take a look at our updated team sheet, which we're told is correct. Jason Patton is coming in, and Jason Patton is going to take the place of 15 Rory Campbell.
No.
Sorry, Rory McLaughlin's gone off. Yeah, Rory McLaughlin's gone off. The announcer mentioned Rory Campbell. Yeah, Rory McLaughlin. Rory Campbell was actually making his way to the line, so he goes back out. So Jason Patton is away up top, so they're going to shuffle the pack at the back.
So Dean Harvey's gone back to Brian McIntyre, and Danny Cullen's going to centre field.
That'll be interesting.
You know, a couple of seasons ago, when Dean marked Brian at midfield, so it's going to be a good tussle now for the last 20 minutes.
So play continues. It's horrible swung, but Setanta come away with it. And this is good running here now by Jared Gilmore. Gilmore way up the field. Gilmore's our chance of a goal here. Oh, I just dropped the ball at the last second. There was 3 St Eunan's defenders round him. He should have probably let go a bit earlier, Mickey.
Yeah, he should have. And even a point at that stage, actually, showed great legs there for that pace. But that's a big turning point in this game from a goal chance for Setanta. They have free and now for Eunan's. If they've got something out of that, not only that, it's what it takes out of the bottom. Actually, in that 40-yard run, Jared will take a couple of minutes to recover from that. So expect him to lie on there for a while.
Our commentary position is probably in front of the noises section or behind the noises section in the crowd.
Definitely, and they get off their feet a lot too. Sometimes it's hard to see here.
And I'm sure, as you can hear, it's all St Eunan's supporters that are in front of us. We're positioned here at the moment. So this is Cathal O'Brien once again looking for point number 5, which would put Eunan's 4 in front. And again, here he comes. It's just shy of 50 out. It goes high, and that one's good from O'Brien again. And that's now 5 from O'Brien, 10 for St Eunan's, and it's a 10-6 game.
10-6 game, and so it's a point on it.
Peter Kelly wants it from the puck out, sends it forward looking for Randalls, but he's covered well by McBride. McBride just gives the wee flick forward to Cullen. Hoked up the field by Declan Coulter. Out comes Josh Cronley-McGee. But St Eunan's are there in numbers. Conor O'Grady back helping defending. The experienced O'Grady, sends it across the face of goal. St Eunan's need to be careful here. Larkin needs to clear the danger. There's a high challenge. Referee says play away. The ball's in the deck. Josh Cronley-McGee trying to get a grab of it. Gilmore's in there too. There's a group of players in there. The referee's blown for a free in favour of Setanta. Somebody came round over the top and is going to give Setanta the opportunity with 12 minutes play to the second half to get their second goal, their second score rather of this latter period.
Yeah, and it's not that many chances. Actually, Jared won a while ago, but it's been all St Eunan's there for the last wee while. So, you say back to a 1-score game if let's go over the bar, which you expect to be.
This keeps Setanta in it, so it does.
Yeah.
Gilmore's going to take this. You put your house on it that it goes over the bar. That one's up over the top, and that goes to a 10-7 fixture. So they're just separated by a goal, and we have a change coming in. Sean McVeigh, the experienced Sean McVeigh, is into this game, of course, been dogged by injury. Gives a shoulder to Dean Harvey, and McVeigh's in. The change is made, and the player that is coming off is Cian Randalls. Yeah, Cian Randalls is off.
Sean McVeigh meeting Dean Harvey with a good shoulder in the way in there. Sean, just to set
but experience off the bench for St Eunan's that they hope will be telling that they can get their hands on a senior title.
Another free in for Setanta here.
Yeah, this will bring it back to just 2 points. Gilmore's coming out again, so he is to take this one. Gilmore scored 6 of the 7 so far for Setanta. And this one is just dead straight in front of the post. Around about 55 metres out here for Jerry Gilmore.
You expect him to get this one, Oisin?
Yeah. 4 of the 6 have come for frees. He's looking for point number 7. That goes high and that drops over the bar. And now that's 2 points in it. Quick back-to-back scores there for Setanta.
A couple of good turnovers there.
And on the clock is 44 minutes here. It's 10-8 to St. Eunan's. The puck out by Hennessy. Goes towards the middle. Up there. Oh, what a fetch that is by Kevin Keeley. Keeley has it. Keeley's going to drive it forward. Down into that pocket. St. Eunan's looking to control it with Russell Ford. But it's picked up by Danny Cullen now. Back helping defending. St. Eunan's got a hurl in there. They have it back with Ford. Ford swings around, but it's blocked by the body of a Setanta defender. As Dean Harvey has it now, referee Ian McAleer goes for a free out.
Yeah,
so
what
now,
a take, guys. You want to take from
yeah.
Kevin Keeley on the puck out, you know, and he's got that in his armour, and just the hunt came off it now, but what a take in the air from him.
So the free taken, up the field it goes. The chase is on. Second half substitute Patton's looking for it, and Halby's there as well. There's a bit of a side swipe on one of the Union's players, but the referee says play away. There's a pull back there. Referee Ian McAleer still says play away. St. Eunan's have it with a corner back Heavey, and now he's fouled, and it's going to be a free out for St. Eunan's. The St. Eunan's supporters thinking that there was a couple of frees there before it was eventually blown. And now we've got John Keeley coming in, and Keeley is going to take the place of Russell Ford. Another change. What do you make of that, Mickey?
I'm surprised John Keeley wasn't starting. I should have eased up. He joined us late this year, you know, after the 20s went up, and he's very, very impressive player. I can only think he's carrying some kind of niggle because he's been scoring heavily in the league or in the championship so far. But real finisher and a real worker, and Mark Kellan will have his work cut out, keeping an eye on a fresh John Keeley at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and on the middle there is Russell Delaney, or Fergal Delaney rather. Delaney pops it forward into the path of Larkin. He lets go. Standing get a hurl in there. The ball's still on the deck. St. Eunan's trying to get it in to their grasp. It's bobbling about down there. It's frantic stuff. Rory Campbell has it. Gives it to Danny Cullen, who takes a shoulder in the back from his opposite number 10. As Kevin Keeley goes over the line, and it's going to be a free to Setanta just to inside the edge of their own half. So it's a 10-8 game. There's 46 minutes played. There is 14 to go. Highlands coverage on Saturday Sport Association with NAS Scaffolding. And it's going to be another free to Setanta. It's a 2-point game to St. Eunan's. This free would Gilmore once again. The change comes as well. Oisin Marley is in. So noticing now, Mickey, that both teams, Marley's a quality hurler and from the bench. McVeigh and Keeley, John Keeley, quality hurlers and from the bench. So both sides have a bit of armour here.
Yes,
for these latter
exactly.
stages.
And look, I think Oisin had a broken hand. Maybe he's only back. We know Sean, but look, could have been part of the game plan. The spring John Keeley near the end, in the same way Oisin here. So we'll see how it materialises here.
This is Gilmore. Gilmore looking to make it a 1-point game, and it sails over the bar. And Jerry Gilmore has 8 points for Setanta. Setanta have 9, and it's a 10-9 game with 13 minutes to go. 3 unanswered scores from Setanta, 3 from Gilmore. Has Setanta back in this tie? It looked like St. Eunan's could possibly run away with it when they went 4 points to the good, but Setanta have responded. But St. Eunan's will be disappointed because they've all been frees.
Yeah, exactly. You know, inviting silly wee niggly fouls, like, and then they got away with that one.
Yeah, John Keeley trying to get there. Good covering by Mark Callahan. The scrap is on to get possession.
McVeigh has it.
And John McVeigh has come away with it, but he's overcarried. Aidan McAleer blows for a free to Setanta. So now Setanta have an opportunity to work it up the field and try and level up this tie. The free will be taken by Kevin Campbell.
Big call, I don't know. It was marginal there now.
Campbell sends it up pitch.
Cormac Finn, well
but
read.
There is the 17 that is Cormac Finn. Cormac Finn flicks it forward. St. Eunan's have it. St. Eunan's need a score here to probably settle themselves again. It's not a good ball on. It's easily covered there in the Setanta 45. Now it goes to Coulter. Coulter's just going to launch it forward looking for Cronley McGee. On his tail is Larkin Heavey. He's turned, so we have. Here comes Cronley McGee now. Coming back across field. Oh, he went to flick it to centre half back Lafferty, but there's a late shoulder in there, and it's going to be a free in. We're going to have a level game here, Mickey McCann.
I don't know. I think that's a big call there. Now I didn't see much wrong. I thought Josh just overplayed the pass. Obviously, there must have been a tug of the jersey before that when he picked the ball up. But just how long does this advantage last? You got to ask yourself, because he gives them every chance to get a goal out of that. But the Union supporter not happy here with that call. Look, you're looking at a level match, Oisin, after this ball. Just when you thought Unions were starting to push on to go 4 up, Setanta well back in, and look, they're starting to win a lot of ball around their half back line. Danny Collins gone back in there and settled things down around there. And look, they need more. Unions need more to Peter Kelly and Kevin Keeley and Cahill O'Brien here from general play. Oisin, they need to get their half forward line getting on ball here and 1 on frees like Setanta are right around here.
It's 10 apiece here, Mickey. Anyway, we're level. It's the Gilmore show again. 9 points for Gilmore, 10 for Setanta. And there's a spring in the step of the man from the cross as they break forward. It goes to Lafferty. Lafferty looking to hit one from about 50 out. It drops out to the left and wide. And that's wide number 10 for Setanta. Stays at a 10-10 fixture.
Yeah, no, wide number 10 is a big amount. I should considering you've only 10 scores on the board. But look, Setanta seem to have a wee purple patch here. Union's going to have to come right and get through it. And they're mentally tough and try. It's a good tick. He's give it the other way.
Okay. There's been an incident involving a couple of players. We have to get on their feet here because the supporters below us are...
Waved the wrong way, Oisin.
Yeah.
Aidan McAleer waved the wrong way, did he? No, he didn't.
But it is a free to Setanta, and Gilmore now is the chance to put Setanta in front from a free. And if he does so, it'll be the first time that Setanta have led in this tie since the 20th minute. It goes high and it drops and drops and drops out to the left and wide. And that's an 11th wide of the game for Setanta. The St. Eunan's supporters are happy with that outcome.
Not sure what Aidan seen there, Oisin. It looked like a free to Cahill O'Brien all day now, but the Union supporter are not happy about the call, and look, it went wide, so it's not going to be a big taken in the game.
Tell you what, it's edge of the seat stuff here with 9 minutes to go, and it's a 10-point apiece fixture, and it's both sides going in heavy on the tackle, intense on the tackle. The ball's in the deck, the scrap is on, it comes out. Looking for it is McGettigan, and now it's with Coulter. Coulter sends it up the line. It's going to drop up to go for it. It's going to come off a St. Eunan's player and will be a Setanta sideline puck, which will be taken by Jared Gilmore. Is he going to go for this, Mickey?
Of course he will. He'll get it done around the square anyway. It's going to be dangerous, actually. But look, well played to Mark Kellan there. Really tough from John Keeley, and it's hard hitting. And I felt, look, fair enough. The referee was to let it go. It was a good play from Mark
Josh
Kellan.
Cronley McGee's out into space here. Cronley McGee picks
here.
it up. He's looking to turn on the hook and try and give Setanta the advantage, the lead, and that one sails over the bar. Josh Cronley McGee has put Setanta in front as they lead by 11 points to 10 with 8 minutes to go, Mickey McCann.
Yeah, and look, it's time to go win the game. I think with some team, Setanta's got a bit of grip between their teeth in the last 5 minutes. So, but look, the Unions has every chance to come back into this. But Setanta look hungry at the minute. They look really hungry to go win this. But Unions going to need leaders now, Oisin. And I said their half forward line's got to get going here. If Peter and Kevin Keeley and Cal O'Brien from general play just and try to get a few balls into their inside men. But and maybe get Brian Mack on a ball and all here again. But Setanta just have one on the 50-50 ball at the minute.
Gilmore with the sideline puck. It's going to drop in there. Out comes the St. Eunan's defender, who does well. Look at the controls, the cornerback heavy, but he can't hold on to it. The scrap is on once again. Looking to come out. The referee and McAleer blows for a free. St. Eunan's looking to get back in level terms.
Yeah, well done, Ryan Hilford there. Come out that dirty ball, vital ball.
Kieran Larkin's going to take this free now. And now the question's been asked of St. Eunan's and Eugene Organ and his management team is they've got to get back into this. If we go back to, I suppose, just round about the 40-minute mark, St. Eunan's had a 4-point advantage. They now find themselves trailing by 1. And that seems to be Setanta men all over the pitch, covering the spaces at the moment. The ball down deep in the Setanta half. It's flicked back there by McGettigan, but it's picked up by a St. Eunan's player who can't control it. That's Fergal Delaney. It's on the deck again. And Setanta looking and keeping it in play.
Sideline ball, I think.
Yeah. right down in the corner, down in that pocket. And it's going to be a sideline ball to St. Eunan's. So a change being made as well. Let's take a look to see who's coming in here now.
Niall Cleary.
Niall Cleary, the experienced Niall
Bernard
Cleary.
Lafferty's gone.
Yeah, Brian Lafferty, his day is done. And another experienced man coming off the bench.
Another experienced man and a good shot on him, Oisín. Good shot on him if he gets time, you know.
So this sideline puck taken by St. Eunan's. Just chop over the top. It comes off a Setanta player, Conor McGettigan. McGettigan now feeds it to Coulter. Coulter's going to clear the lines here. Goes to Campbell now. Rory Campbell coming across field. Upfield it goes. Seems to be St. Eunan's of players there to deal with it. St. Eunan's have control of the ball with Larkin. Larkin just lays that off. And here's one goes up the channel. And it's picked up well there by Peter Kelly. Kelly sends it into the middle now. We're there with 17 in his back is Cormac Finn, who's getting around Johnny Carlin. Cormac Finn looking for one of his scorers, his forward men. Onto the deck goes a Setanta player, and it's a hurling again, a chop on by a St. Eunan's man, and it's going to be a free again to Setanta.
You know, actually, Eunan's are trying all these wee dinky balls in, and if they work, it's great. But look, if they don't work, it's not. If they don't, this real momentum swings for Setanta, and then like Setanta's been just that wee bit more direct and getting it onto the inside men and putting Eunan's under pressure. But look, game's on the melting pot, and it comes to that mental side, Oisín, of the players that's most composed and experienced to be composed on the ball and make the right decisions, because there's no doubt it'll go down to somebody making a mistake here or a wee bit of brilliance near the end. So you say this is out of range here for Deck and Coulter, so it's going to be landing short. If Eunan's come out with this, they could build from a score from it, you know.
Yeah. So Coulter's going to take this, so he is, and we wait to see if they can build on this 1 point advantage, because we're about to hit 4 minutes to go here in this game. And it's going to drop in front of the St. Eunan's goal. The hurls are swinging in the air. And it's going to be a free out. I take it to St. Eunan's, is it?
I don't know what
the referee's got in just to speak to a couple of players. Wait to see what Ian McAleer's going to do here, because he hasn't made the call.
There's nothing, you know. It's free out.
Free out.
Just give the free out and let's move on.
So Cian Hennessy takes this. Upfield it goes. And Scott going to drop kindly for McGettigan. But on his coattail there is Kevin Keeley. But McGettigan now looks for Josh Cronley McGee, who's taken on Heavey. The ball spills out. Setanta have it in their grasp once again as they head towards the 21. St. Eunan's need to be careful not foul. The ball's thrown back the way. It comes to the midfielder O'Grady. O'Grady's going low here. And O'Grady goes to deck after a challenge from Cleary. In the meantime, St. Eunan's still have it. It's coming back centre field. It's with Peter Kelly, who just hits a high one, and it's going to drop inside the 45. And there's a free for St. Eunan's here. Fergal Delaney's fouled by Ryan Coyle, and it's going to give St. Eunan's the opportunity to level up this game once again. And with under 3 minutes to go, we'll wait to see if Cathal O'Brien can tie it up. Remember, this game, we understand, has to be finished today. So it does. So if we finish up all square past the hour mark when the final whistle goes, we will have extra time.
Yeah, silly
so
free.
Coming in now for St. Eunan's is Matt Ahern, and he's going to take the place of Fergal Delaney.
Yeah, sort of silly free there, you know, your man swinging in around, Ryan Coyle swinging in around Fergal there, where maybe no reason just to stand him up and put a pressure on him, but you would think this is going to be equaliser, like so.
Off comes Delaney. So this is going to be a big hit now for Cathal O'Brien. 5 points today, all coming from frees, looking to level up this game. Here he comes. So O'Brien shots that one over the bar, and as you can hear by the reaction of I think it's fair to say the Pro St. Eunan's crowd, we're level here, 11 apiece.
Yeah,
Mickey.
no doubt about that one. It's split the post, Oisín, split the post.
Who's going to win the break round the middle? It's Setanta to have it with Dean Harvey. Harvey's going to come across to Ryan Coyle. Coyle now gives it to Coulter. Coulter charging up the field, flicks it forward, looking to get into the path of Cleary. Can St Eunan's cut it out? It's with Gilmore, but it's half blocked down. It's going to go down that right hand side. Oh, now Josh Cronley-McGee gets round to the defender, into the back of the net, and that could be the score to win it. Josh Cronley-McGee literally burned the corner back, found the back of the net, and now Setanta go 3 in front. That's a big score, Mickey McCann.
Yeah, that's the threat of that man, Oisin. He's just so direct, and he'll keep doing the same thing, and some days it doesn't work, but look, he's come up with 1-1 there at vital times, and that's a massive score now.
Yeah, they lead by a goal here. We've got a minute to go. Matt Ahern sends one in that goes wide. That's not what St Eunan's had wanted. So it stays at a 1-11 to 11 points. And if we go back to around about the 40 minute mark, and when you think about it, St Eunan's were leading by 4 points, 10-6. Since then, Setanta have outscored them 1-5 to a single point. A stormy comeback by Setanta. On his feet's Matt Ahern, despite the challenge coming in from Dean Harvey. Here comes Matt Ahern, just can't control it. And it's going to be a free in anyway. So we're about to hit the hour mark. There's going to be 5 minutes added on at the end of the game. We've got 5 minutes to go. St Eunan's looking to close out a 3-point deficit. Cathal O'Brien has a chance to reduce it to 2. Is there time for St Eunan's, Mickey McCann?
Look, there is 5 minutes to get this over the bar, Oisin. You're going to have a lot of more play, You'll leave them a chance to get another couple of points to get them to injury time, but you're going to have to win the next puck out after this.
We've had a cracking Donegal Senior Hurling Championship final here. It has been low scoring. Cathal O'Brien needs to find the target. O'Brien does find the target. That one goes over the bar. So it's a 2-point game now. It's 1-11 plays 12, and the next score is going to be absolutely huge, Mickey.
Yeah, this puck out, Oisin, who's getting their hands on it?
It drops around the middle. Setanta get there. We're at a stage where there's tired legs. The effort comes in, and that one's going to go out to the left and wide. And that will be another wide for Setanta. That would be 12 now. In this game, St Eunan's have 10. 1-11 plays 12. St Eunan's need to get the ball up the other end of the field. We've got 4 minutes of the additional 5 still left to play. Larkin now sends it up the field. It's going to drop in the edge of Setanta half. Falls into the path of Matt Ahern. Ahern's going to hit from deep. Ahern's effort's going to drop short. Going to be a wide ball. And that goes out for an 11th wide for St Eunan's.
Yeah, and it should be looking at inside Oisin, the two lads. You want a free or anything, it's a 1-point game.
Setanta on the hunt for a 19th senior title. St Eunan's are looking for just their 3rd. At the moment, Setanta in the driving seat. The ball spills. They throw a couple of hurls at it, but it's Rory Campbell that picks it up. Campbell looking to make it a 3-point game, and Campbell does so. With a well-worked score, he worked hard for that. And it's back to the goal separating the two sides. And on the clock, we still have 3 minutes left to play, Mickey.
Yeah, great score by Rory. And he's been quiet all day in terms of the post, but he's working really hard and he's in a deeper position than normal. But look, great score from him there at vital time.
It's a Setanta ball again. Hi, Mickey, it's time to pick the man of the match. So it is. And I suppose we've got a couple of contenders on both sides, but at the moment Setanta are looking to wrap this up, and Jared Gilmore's had a stormer today, he scored 9 of their opening 10 points. Now 7 of those all came from frees, but he was crucial, so he was, particularly in the comeback where he had 4 unanswered scores.
And
then you've got this man, Josh Cronley-McGee, a contender as well, looking for a second goal, which he has found. And I think Josh Cronley-McGee has just got himself the man of the match. In the last 8 minutes he scored 2-1, and that's going to be game, set and match for the Setanta men.
Yeah, Oisin, look, it's hard to look past him.
Yeah.
Josh Connolly, McGee, look, stepping up with them 2 goals, and a point just before that. And look, there was some other bigger performance out there. Brian McIntyre has been brilliant for St Eunan's, I have to say, and if they won the game, he definitely would have been taking it. And Jared Gilmore, as you say, scored heavily out there. Danny Coleman back to centre back, thought steadied the ship up. But look, I just think them 2 goals is one Setanta the cup, so the man has to deserve the trophy of man of the match. And look, we've been there with Josh in an All-Ireland final, Nicky Rackard, where we brought him off the bench and he came up with 2 goals and won us the game. So that's a threat. And from a personal point of view, when we're playing Setanta, he's the one boy that he just is hard to handle, Oisin, and he's physically and he's so direct, and he's turned up the day when it mattered.
He certainly turned up. In the last 8 minutes, Josh Cronley-McGee has scored 2 goals and a point, and he will get the man of the match award. Setanta, with seconds to go, are leading here by 6 points. 2:12 plays 12. We wait for Aidan McAleer to blow his full-time whistle. St Eunan's Connor Park flicks the ball upfield. Now it's picked up by John Keeley. Keeley is able to skip through a couple of challenges. Now he's picked up the ball, goes to ground. There's going to be a free here. Kevin Keeley's effort comes in, saved by Kevin Campbell. Sean McVeigh thought about having a go, but anyway, the referee's going to pull it back. So we've still got about 30 seconds of the 5, to play here. But this is very much Setanta's title.
Yeah, and another lad we need to mention there, actually Steve McBride, at full back. Look, he could easily have been taking this award too, but usually, as you say, the man that's putting the ball in the net gets the award. But he's kept so much out there, and he's solid, so solid, and he was well up there in contention for this as well,
Yeah, huge performance by Steve McBride as well, and this will probably be the last action of the half. There's a yellow card there going out to Conor McGettigan. So there is the substitutes now from Setanta leaving their position in the stand. They're going to join their management, and they'll be coming on to celebrate onto the pitch to lift this cup. Strolled in hard and low, goes out. It's going to be marked as a 65. We wait to see what Aidan McAleer has. He's blown 65. The full time also. Yeah, it's going to be a 65. Aidan McAleer's in there speaking to a couple of players. We've gone 30 seconds over the allotted 5 at the end of the game. Setanta were looking to win 3 in a row in 2024, but that was stopped by Burt, and they're starting their charge once again here in 2025. It's going to just drop in front of the goals. No, it's not. It's going to go out to the right and wide. And we watch our official for today.
It's a point actually, Oisin, over the bar.
Yeah, it went over the bar, so that's 13 for St Eunan's, and it's only a consolation score because Setanta are going to win this by 5 points today. It's back in play. Aidan McAleer has the whistle in the hand, so play will continue as the seconds count down here. St Eunan's, I'm sure, will be hunting for a goal here to try and keep them in it, but listen, it's just lobbed in there by Cathal O'Brien once again, and that's going to go out to the left and wide. And now the whistle's in the mouth of Aidan McAteer. Setanta are on the verge of being crowned Donegal's senior hurling champions for 2025. There goes the full-time whistle, and for the 19th time they are the kingpins of Donegal hurling on a final scoreline of 2 goals and 12 points to St Eunan's 13 points, and they came from 4 down to had 4 unanswered scores to draw level, and then took total charge of this game. But it was the goals that won them the match, and they came from the player of the match and the man of the match. It was late on, but Josh Cronley-McGee got the ball twice in the back of the net. That's what won them the game. That's what won him the man of the match award today.
Yeah, and the threat was there once or twice before that. I should just him trying to get inside, but you've got to take Josh down.
Yeah.
In them positions and take a yellow if you have to, because there's one thing in his mind, his goal. He knows nothing else, and 2 great finishes, you have to say, under a bit of pressure. So that was the turning point in the game, that first goal, and put a bit of daylight between Ewan and Setanta, and it's probably the first time Setanta got any kind of a lead in the game where Ewan went 4 up after 10 minutes in the second half, and you'd felt
they outscored them 2-5 to 3 actually in those closing 20 minutes.
You'd have felt Eunan's would have pushed on, and there was talk about how fit and all the rest, but just that belief and the know-how, and the quality inside, and they put the ball in the net, and at the far end you've Steve McBride, a rock, and Eunan's never got inside and near Kevin Campbell's net once. He didn't one save, bar that one near the end there. That was, they had to be going for goals. But look, everybody was talking about Eunan's, and
that suited Setanta down to the ground today.
Setanta,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, Oisin, they're intermediate Ulster champions 2 years ago. Burt might have beat them last year. They went through the group stages. onto the radar, and maybe that's the best way to go. Sort of like Port last year. You hadn't great, but there's only one day it matters when you and that 9 out of 10 performance comes as a final, and they delivered there in the last 20 minutes, and when the game was in the melting pot, so they were deserving winners.
Yeah, many congratulations to Setanta, who now actually go on to represent Donegal in the Ulster Senior Club Championship, because they won the intermediate title a number of years ago, and that qualifies them for senior level if they were to win in Donegal again, and they have done so for the first time since 2023 on a 19th title. And listen, we have to give Jared Gilmore credit. Of course, he played for you under County Mickey as well. Of their opening 10 scores, he had 9 of them on the board, and he kept them ticking over. So he did. He
did, and until that goal, we had him probably circled for man of the match. That's how close it was. And then that first goal, you sat back on it a minute, and then Joyce puts the ball in the net a couple of minutes later. So, and Jared's free taking from out that far side under that breeze was brilliant in the second half. But actually, they missed a lot in the first half too. Don't forget, Setanta, eight wides or so. So they're well in this game all throughout. They're still a force to be reckoned with, and it takes a good team to beat them. And I know Union's, I feel sorry for them, but they put on a lot this year, and they're up the county and a lot of bodies about. But
they have to learn from this now.
You have to learn, Oisin, but
like they were in the final in 2021, and that was their first time there, and since 72, and then they lost again to Setanta in 23. So they did, but you have to learn from occasions like this.
They do. They're a young team, Oisin, but as I said, you asked the question how they carried the favourite tags. Deep down, were they favourites? I felt 50-50 at best, because if you look through the teams on paper, they're two well-balanced sides, and that wee bit of know-how near the end and how they won a game and won finals. Setanta had it in Eunice Devon. So as you say, they may learn from it. It's a young Eunice team, and they will be back at it. Yeah,
the craftiness, the experience, whatever you like to call it, Setanta showed their worth and their mettle in the closing stages of this Donegal Senior Hurling Championship final. Mickey McCann, many thanks for your contribution today. It's been a busy day here. Already we had Letterkenny Gales winning the junior title. St Eunan's won the intermediate title, but the senior honours are going to Setanta, who have beat St Eunan's on a final scoreline of 212 to 13 points. It's a 19th title for Setanta. Josh Cronley-McGee's getting the Man of the Match award. The cup will be presented shortly to the Setanta captain, and shortly we'll also have reaction from the winning camp for you very, very soon.
You get me, Josh, in the meantime. Get him. I'll get Mark to do it.
I know that it's a disappointing day for St Eunan's. It was exhilarating and competitive game up to the period at the end. I want to wish St Eunan's well in the next round of the Ulster competition. It's a long time in Donegal hurling that we will have 3 teams competing in an Ulster.
No, you know what you do? Just say, she's done with the reaction and hang video.com. Alright? Okay. The reaction shortly and hang video.com. Okay? Thanks, Dick.
And the executive of Donegal GAA, the clubs who are here to support the development of our national game. It's fantastic to see it, and I do hope we will continue to see the development of hurling within the county. I want to now congratulate Setanta. Somebody told me you was buying the first tight. It'll be to the captain of Setanta.
I will keep this long into the day, folks. Just a few quick thanks. I'd like to thank you from half of the team and from myself as well. So, first of all, the referee and all the officials, the tough job to do. You know, hard job there today, so well done that game there. To the staff, the Donald all the grades. There were 3 games on here today. You wouldn't have known it that third game. The ground is outstanding conditions, especially with the weather and having. So without this, it couldn't happen today. A great occasion for Hurling. So thanks very much to the long term for the use of the ground and all the ground people on staff. When we started off this year, we had a lot of work from last year's final, and we had a lot of youngs to the right. When we started out drug cleaning and health fitness, and when we seen all the boys in the first couple of weeks, we knew there was work to be done. There's some sorry men. But no, thanks very much to Rudy and all our health fitness for the good head start we got at the start of the season. Their own management, Mark, and all the background team, Kevin, Gary, Jason, Patsy, Shane, and Andy. We couldn't thank you so much for all the effort. It's left it very easy for us to come every evening. Everything was set up for us, very professional. So thanks very much, lads, for all your efforts throughout the year. All year we've been excited to see where that management team could take us, and the show today. We want to be here, and that's where we are. So it's a credit to the team management and the team effort all year. Right, so well done. For myself, it's an honour once again to captain a great team like Setanta. I'd just like to thank all the boys for the effort all year and the management for giving me another chance to manage this great side. So thanks very much for me. To all our sponsors and all the businesses donating and helping out throughout the year. It's been great. There's been loads helping out big or small. And of course, there are main sponsors and all the people at the Hatters. So thanks very much for the sponsors all year. To all the partners, wives, husbands, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it may be, thanks very much for your support throughout the year. But without you, us players can't be swanning off the training every night and leaving the work at home. So without your support, it's greatly appreciated. And thanks very much for all support from the families. And lastly, but not least, our loyal supporters. We've seen the right done no matter where we go, big or small, but we're all glad to see us here again, especially all the children. It's great to see. And we're going to party here on the cross. Well done, everybody.
Who have been supportive of Hurling and this competition for many years. I know Terry's here and Stanley. I want to thank you very much. And also to the referee and the officials without which we wouldn't have had our competition. So a fantastic weekend of Hurling. Well done to everyone and enjoy the celebrations.
This project, thank you very much for your cooperation and staying on the field of play. It is very much appreciated. Considering that we have Spark Canal and all the sports right there and joining the celebrations. So, either we get to you for your So everyone has found a set of practices that appreciates that we bring them to the tunnel area and never gone. That's a set of practices that have been lost, and anyone who's come across them, that's been please take them to the tunnel area of the ground never gone. So they know it.
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
And you're welcome back to our coverage here from the O'Donnell Park in Letterkenny. We've had a brilliant day today. It's senior hurling final day, finals day actually in the hurling front in Donegal. And the senior champions for a 19th time were Setanta, who had that dramatic comeback coming from 4 points down to win comfortably in the end, 2-12 to 13 points against St Eunan's. The man of the match today was Josh Cronley-McGee, who scored 2-1 in the closing stages of this game to give Setanta that title, and he joins us here now for some reaction. I suppose first of all, congratulations. How does it feel to be a champion again?
It feels brilliant. Hey, last year left a bad taste in my mouth, like, and we just the goal all year, get back here, win this county final, and show, just give the account ourselves we didn't last year.
Yeah. Well, listen, this year you certainly did, and particularly yourself towards the end. You got the two biggest scores of the game, I think it's fair to say. Those goals come in the closing stages, which sealed the deal here. And you always felt, I'm sure, through the game that you could do something big, Josh?
We just felt that the goals were coming. If we kept peppering the ball in, eventually the dam would break and we get in and we get the goals. But it just took longer than we thought, I suppose. But look, it came whenever we needed to, and it got us over the line.
I suppose Jared Gilmore kept you very much in the game. He hit 9 of the opening 10 points, and that was just keeping you in touch all the time before you were able to break through.
Jerry's a class act. Like, there's nobody in his league in the county. Like, it's fair to say. Like, he's just. He can score from anywhere. He can create goals from anywhere. The run he did in the second half, it took 3 or 4 of them to stop him. Like, and like he's just brilliant player.
Yeah. Well, listen, you said the disappointment of last year and obviously coming in this year, but for some reason people decided to tag Setanta as underdogs.
Yeah, we kind of felt very disrespected in that regard. Like, you know, we've paved the way for the other clubs in Ulster. There's going to be 3 Donegal teams representing Ulster now, and like, that's not any other club, that's us. We did that, so bit of respect would be nice. But hey, last year everybody was delighted when we lost. This year, who's laughing now? Yeah.
So listen, you have the Munster Cup back again. You've had big days, so you have in a Setanta shirt and a Donegal shirt. So you have. How does this rank now?
This is number 1. I'm a new father, and my daughter was here today.
Brilliant!
First ever game, county final. Couldn't be any happier.
Yeah, well, listen, many congratulations.
Thank you.
Very, very well done on the birth of your child, and obviously today as well. So it's a special year for you, and you have to cherish them. You mentioned Ulster there.
Yeah.
You're now going to the senior club.
Yeah, look. Well,
good place to be.
Good place to be.
To test yourself.
Where we want to be. Like, you know, last year we thought we were going to get straight back up to it, and look, Bert on their day put us off it, like, and we had to go back to the drawing board and get back to where we wanted to be, and now we're there. Yeah. And big shift. There's probably about 9 weeks or something now at Ulster. Big shift of work to go in that time, try and get the bodies right. And we got a few lads back, like Sashin there. You know, he came on and he's recovering from a hand injury. You know, gutted for him whenever it happened because he's flying all year. But look, he's back out on the pitch now and he'll be ready for Ulster. So will we. I
thought you were going to tell me you had 9 weeks to celebrate there.
Nah.
Because you've all these things to celebrate. But listen, you're going to get the head down. Josh Cronley-McGee, man of the match today. Congratulations. You got the 2 goals. Fully deserving of it. And well done once again on the one.
Thank you, sir.
I'll just take these headsets off you because we've got another man coming in behind you. We're going to be joined by Mark Callan. Good man, Josh. And we're coming just to wrap up here close to the end of our coverage on Donegal GAA TV in association, of course, with streamsport.ie. Mark Callahan, the captain of Setanta. Mark, well done, lad.
Thank you, Oisin.
Good stuff. What's it like winning that cup?
Jesus, brilliant. Hey, it's unbelievable. Hey, it's hard to put on the words, but it's great to get my hands on her again. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. How many times have you got a winner's medal now here for Setanta?
That's my 6th championship now.
Good man.
And that was the 9th final in a row. So 6 out of 9, not bad for a senior championship. So I've no words for it. Hey, I'm delighted to get the team over the line today. Brilliant.
How much of that hurt from last year was, I suppose, pivotal in you getting the one this year?
Listen, I feel for Eunan's today. I've been there myself, and it's just, there are no words for it. You give your all in the day, and you don't come up. And last year, I was a bit disappointed with last year's season personally. I had bad luck with injuries, and I stood watching the whole game, hey, and it's just horrible. But thankfully today we managed to put a few wrongs right and come out the right side of it. But real tight game to the end there until the first goal. And it could have went either way, Oisin, so that's the way it goes on the day.
So Eunan's seemed to have a grip of the game with about 20 minutes to go. They had a 4-point advantage, which could have been 5. But then Jerry banged out 4 frees off the back of each other to bring his down, and the game swung.
That's it. It was just that wee pivotal point, and tight games like that, it's vital. It's vital, and I think we managed the game real well when we got ahead. You know, we shut up their options, maybe give away a few silly frees we shouldn't have, but we definitely set up well to manage the game out, I thought, and end up. Yeah,
I know we have to mention Jerry here because Josh got man of the match and fully deserving. We'll mention that in a minute. But Jerry kept you so much in touch in this game.
It's like I say, Jerry's a phenomenal hurler. His skill level, and see, once you mix that sort of skill level with a bit of work and hard work and want for the ball, there's no real stopping him, to be honest. So,
and I think another pivotal swing as well when I'm thinking here, Ryan McLaughlin went off and Danny Cullen dropped back.
Rory, sorry.
Rory
yes.
McLaughlin, yeah, and Danny Cullen dropped back, and you were a lot more steadier then.
Well, listen, I'd rather Danny around me all day. Like, he's some man for cleaning up ball and one thing or other, but listen, Danny's doing this for years, and he's just been brilliant year on year, so there's no words for Danny. You know, he's just brilliant all around. No matter where he could be in corner back, corner forward, it doesn't matter to him. He's going to one ball. Like.
And I'm sure you always have full faith in Josh Cronley McGee that there's something in the locker there that can pull you out of it. And them 2 goals were the match winners.
Josh gets ball in hand, like he's hard. I've been trying to mark him for a good few years, the pitch and the training fields, and he is hard to stop now when he gets the ball. But we knew it was going to come. But it's just it came at the right time. I think it just swung the game straight away, and we're delighted for Josh too to get his goal or two. For he deserves it, like deserves the man of the match.
I mentioned to Josh as well about being underdogs. These were a bit disrespected. Given the talent that you have and the experience that you have there.
Listen, we took it as another wee biting point. You know, you can use them things to your advantage, or you can take a hump with it. And I think we used a wee bit more grit of the teeth. We knew we weren't underdogs. But coming in and everybody's thinking you're underdogs, that's where you get the wee extra push. So it's brilliant to have that too. And an Ulster campaign now, just finally to look forward to a senior campaign at that as well. Ulster senior,
good place to go and have a crack at it.
Brilliant. Hey, you know what more could you ask for? Like we started off. It wasn't that long ago we were in junior, you know what I mean? Now coming up to mix it with the big senior clubs in Ulster is brilliant, and thankfully we'll put on a good show there, so we'll definitely be not far away.
Is this one as sweet as the rest, is it?
Definitely, it's brilliant to get over a line, I'm telling you. Anytime you win a championship, doesn't matter where or when, it's brilliant.
Okay, listen, Mark Callan, captain of Setanta, very well done, and many congratulations on another senior hurling title and all the senior success. Go and enjoy the celebrations there, Mark. So that brings an end to our broadcast on what has been a fully entertaining day here at the O'Donnell Park on finals day. It started with Letterkenny Gaels taking the junior title, St Eunan's won the intermediate, and now for a 19th time, Setanta are the senior champions. Thanks for tuning in on Donegal GAA TV in association with streamsport.ie. And remember, if you want to watch any more of the GAA action in the county in the coming weeks, we're getting into the real hot point now of the club championships. You'll get all the details of what's coming up and how to purchase and how to watch details on the official social channels of Donegal GAA and streamsport.ie as well. For myself, Oisin Kelly, Mickey McCann and all the Donegal team, all we can do is bid you farewell and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.